I'm Tom Aiello, 93 graduate of West Point and 2002 graduate of Kellogg Business School. I got to start though. I got to say thank you for wearing something colorful. Everybody else is you know, just looking around the room, it's like dark suit overload here. I thought about, they said, Tom, just share a little bit about how your military experience helped you in corporate America. And I thought real quick, I said, this is a career conference, and that could get really boring really quick, right? So I wanted to give you kind of a different take on it. 3 things that I think were kind of unique that I'd like to share. One is the military gave me headspace. 2, it gave me psychology 101, and it gave me a winning spirit. Now what I mean by headspace is not like headspace and timing on a machine gun. Headspace up here, right? So I thought I could do a certain amount of things, and the military showed me that I was wrong, that I could do much more than I thought possible. There's some Marines here today. People always say the Marines are versatile, they adapt and overcome. I think that's a misnomer. I think the Marines just don't believe there's anything they can't do, right? And so I think that's the biggest thing that, one of the things the military really taught me. If I think about how that impacted my career, when I left as a combat engineer in the 1st Cavalry Division, I was looking at things like engineering careers, manufacturing careers, operational careers, which all are very linear, make sense kind of career moves. But what I decided to do, I went into advertising, okay? And I knew that I didn't know a lick about advertising starting out of the gates. But I knew that I would learn it and I would do better than everyone else there. And again, it was the headspace that the military gave me. And it's funny because it doesn't end when you make your little career switch here. I just recently, about 2 months ago, made the decision to go to Sears Holdings. And I've been in integrated marketing for 11 years and took a kind of a right turn into just being the Vice President of Public Relations. So it's a very different swing, but again, the same attitude. I had the headspace to know that I was going to be good at that. So that was the first one. The second one, Psychology 101. The military does a great job of teaching you what makes people tick. Now, the obvious application of that is leadership. But I think in this kind of forum, leadership is a too overused term, right? It's not that it's not important, but it tends to be overused. So it's an important part of what you bring to the table, and it's been an important part of my career. But the next application of that psychology is in marketing. You think about marketing, it's basically motivating people to do something, right? And so having those building blocks in military taught me, made me a very intuitive marketer. When I was on McDonald's running the Happy Meal business, I saw that the Happy Meal business was really eroding. And what was happening was when the kids were leaving the franchise, as they became teenagers, between the teen and childhood years. So I had the idea, let's go and let's talk to these kids about a stronger meal, a mighty kids meal was the idea. And it was empowering, and we got the business back. So it made me very intuitive to make those kind of decisions. The third point is a winning spirit. We love to win, right? We're very competitive people. We love to win. We win with integrity. When I interview people, I look for that fire in the belly. That's the one characteristic that is a must-have. They may not have all the skills, but if they got that fire in the belly, they're going to find a way to get the job done, right? So I think about that when we were doing a new business pitch on McDonald's, and this is my first new business pitch. They put Tom Aiello in charge of, so this is a big deal, right? And I tell you, it was a great effort. Driving in the last 48 hours, I'm talking primarily to the Army guys here, it was like the last 48 hours of setting up for a defense. You don't sleep, right? And you're just driving, grinding all the way through execution. I remember we ended at 11 o'clock that morning and went straight home and fell asleep. And the only thing that woke me up was my boss telling me that McDonald's didn't wait. They called. We got the business. Great job. And so is that winning? We love to win. Now, it's not necessarily always about the money, too. And you got to figure out what your motivation is in winning, because I wanted to hear that we won. The money was a great kind of tertiary benefit in my mind. I just wanted our team to win. And as you think about that those motivations are important. For example, at Sears right now, I want to do great in public relations, but by doing great in public relations, we're able to do a program called Heroes at Home. So last night I was on the phone, true story here, with a mother of a National Guard troop who lost half his brain, okay? And basically saying, Heroes at Home, we're going to come in and we're going to rebuild your house where he can come home from Wall Street for the first time since 2006. So I take that motivation and I vary it. way down in here, and that motivates the hell out of me to really be successful in my job so we can continue to do those kind of things. So just think about your motivation, because you can get into a career that sounds great on the surface and you not lose some of that motivation if you're not careful. Final word of advice, and I'll tie up here, is you want to choose a career that you're successful at and you really enjoy. And the common trap that I see people going into is you choose something that was your degree, or that's what you did in the military, or that's what people say you should do. Okay, it's a very common trap, you guys and gals. You got to watch out for that. I challenge you to think about, in the last 6 months, what's something you did, you had a great day. You were doing something that day, it was fantastic. And just try to break down what that was. Working with people, technology, working with children, who knows? But if you take that and you think about how could I build a career around it, I guarantee you that you're going to enjoy it and you're going to be extremely successful. So thank you.